So we've been watching and trading this one for a little bit now, and it just broke out this morning, just had an amazing run this morning. And I'm going to show you what I think it's going to do, but what it's doing against Bitcoin. So let's show you where Bitcoin went this morning. So this morning, if you can see from right here, 7:30 a.m. this morning, Bitcoin went up about 1%. So from about, what was that, 62.6 all the way up to 63.228. Okay, a nice little run this morning. But look what SUI did. Look what SUI did. In that same amount of time, it went up like Bitcoin, except it was about an 8x from what Bitcoin did. This went up about 8% in that same time frame. And here's the really cool thing, is that when Bitcoin pulled back, you see Bitcoin dropped right here, dropped right here, and it went down, at this level, went down about 50%, gave up about 50% of its gains from where it is before. So just check out this level from where it went 7:30 in the morning to right here is only up 0.42. So it lost about 60% of its gains in that same time, whereas SUI really hasn't lost a whole lot. So, it obviously took a tear up, went on a tear up, whereas Bitcoin did the same thing. So it does track. Obviously, Bitcoin pulls coins up and it pulls them down, but didn't retrace as much as Bitcoin did. So SUI is kind of like this is kind of like the golden child right now because of its layer one capabilities, its speed, its low costs, and all these things. Look, I certainly don't make any money by telling you this. I'm just showing you what I'm doing, and I've been trading on Margex. There's a link down below if you want to do that. Obviously, there's inherent risk with trading with leverage and margin and all these things. But if you want to get into it, I don't recommend it unless you're really skilled. But I've been learning my way through this. I put on a few little trades this morning, just little ones, to capitalize on this. This past one, there's some, oh, you can't see that. Okay. So down here, I put on a couple trades this morning, and out of the trades I put on, there's been 3. I'm up a little bit, just a little bit. And I'm not talking about a lot of money, because if you watch this, I'm learning to trade right now, and I'm doing it in small bits. So I put on 3 trades, and I won on 2 of them, lost on 1. As you can see, you probably can't see this, it's so tiny, but let's see, I won $10, lost 7, won 24. I say won, it's not gambling, kind of is, but these are short-term trades. I used a strategy using MACD, RSI, and stochastic. I always get that word wrong. I'm not really fully prepared to tell you these strategies yet. I'm still testing them. 2 out of 3, and let's see, I lost 7.3, $27 net gain off of risking probably about $150 a trade, but I use them in such a low margin, or such a low risk factor, that obviously one I lost 7. The 2 I won were greater than that. So that part of the strategy from last week is working out. So I'm going to give you more of an update. Yesterday, I was just really wanted to talk about SUI this morning and say, compare it to what Bitcoin's doing. And Bitcoin, we're, in my opinion, about to just blast off. Now, please don't make any trades based on what I just said, because this is my opinion. I could be wrong. There's lots of risk in all of this. But if you look at where we are right now, if you look at the Fed, they are probably going to reduce the rate yet again, which will add liquidity to our markets. Based on some of the consumer price index, the producer price index, bringing it down just a little bit over on Friday. The jobless claims were greater than expected. These all bode well for a cut on November 7th, from the Fed. If you look at it right now, they are baking in about a 25 basis point cut. And what's that mean? That means they're going to cut the rates. And these rates are prevalent if you have a home equity line of credit, it's going to go down by 1/4. If you have a credit card, typically it's tied to prime, could come down by 1/4. And what that does is allows more liquidity back into the market because that's less money you got to pay in interest. So if you want to buy something, that's going to weigh on your decision. So that is good. They're actually baking in a 10% chance of no cut because they think the economy is still strong. Now, I tend to disagree. I think a lot of the numbers right now that are coming out, people are still using credit to buy things. You know, they got used to this free money we got during COVID. They didn't reduce their lifestyle. Prices went up. They didn't cut their expenses. They just put it on credit. So that all being said is that November 5th election, 4th or 5th, somewhere at the beginning of November is a presidential election. That will unmess up half the people's minds. Half the people are going to be upset. Right now, 100% of the people don't know what to do. If they're making the big decisions, they're going to wait till after the election. If they're going to invest money, they're going to wait till after the election. And we've already seen that if one of the candidates becomes president, there's going to be a larger chance of crypto doing better than the other. And I'm talking about Trump being president. Look, I don't care where you stand politically. Put down below who you're voting for if you really want to get in some political discussions. But put down below who you're voting for. I believe Trump is the better crypto candidate. I'm not talking about anything else. But as far as crypto goes, yeah, he says mean things, but he's good for crypto. So that is what I'm interested in because that's where I have my money invested and that's what I want to see do well. So put down below what you think. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think about SUI? Do you think it's going to blast off 8x of what Bitcoin is? And that's what it just proven in this short little run. So that's not indicative of future results. Don't make decisions based on that. There's inherent risk in all these things. I hate all the disclosures, but I got to say them. That's all I got. Hope you enjoyed this short little clip and I'll see you next time.